Hi guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA Cup quarter-final matchups: Bucks vs Magic, Knicks vs Hawks, Rockets vs Warriors, Thunder vs Mavericks. Milwaukee and New York are back in the NBA Cup quarter-finals just like they were last year. The other 6 teams left in the Cup, Oklahoma City, Golden State, Houston, Dallas, Atlanta and Orlando, are making it to this stage for the first time. Group play in the NBA Cup is finished and next week's quarter-final matchups are set. Orlando will play in Milwaukee and Atlanta will face New York in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, Oklahoma City will host Dallas and Houston will host Golden State. Milwaukee 4-0 secured its spot by beating Detroit to win East Group B on Tuesday. New York 4-0 won East Group A by beating Orlando 3-1. Orlando made it to the East wild card spot by winning a tiebreaker over Boston based on point differential. Atlanta 3-1 had already secured East Group C, mainly B, cause of a 1-point win over the Celtics on November 12. Oklahoma City's win over Utah gave the Thunder the West Group B title. They joined Houston West Group and Golden State West Group C as qualifiers. The Rockets and Warriors had already clinched their spots before Tuesday. Dallas came back from a 15-point deficit in the fourth quarter to beat Memphis and claimed the West wildcard spot. "I like this cup," Maverick star Luka Doncic said. The 4 quarter-final winners will play in the semi-finals in Las Vegas on December 14 and the championship game will be there on December 17. Best video game consoles: they put a tournament in front of us and we want to win it, and we said that early on. Bucks coach Doc Rivers said, "We're 4-0 but we still have a lot of work to do, but the bottom line is we earned a chance to play at home." I think even in the second year of the event some people still aren't clear on all the rules. Yes Doc, you'll be playing at home for the quarters. The Magic only needed to avoid losing by more hand 37 points to stay ahead of Boston in the point differential race to claim the wildcard spot. They were trailing by 37 points at New York late in the third quarter. However, the Magic outscored the Knicks 40-8. The rest of the way they lost by 15 points, but the point differential helped them advance ahead of the Celtics. "We earned our way into the quarter-final," Magic forward Franz Wagner said. "Obviously not our best game today, but that's why you play every minute in the other games. It feels weird after a game like this to advance, but that's just part of it." The Magic made it through because of the point differential. The Thunder edged out Phoenix for the West Group B title on a tiebreaker. Both teams went 3-1 in group play, but they lost to Oklahoma City, and point differential helped Oklahoma City become the top seed in the West over Houston. Charles Barkley torched the Warriors, who he thinks are cute. Charles Barkley is not a fan of this year's Golden State Warriors. The Memorial Basketball Hall of Famer made that opinion very clear Tuesday night during Inside the NBA's halftime report of the Warriors game against the Denver Nuggets, which Golden State went on to lose by a score of 119-115. Ernie Johnson prefaced Barkley's analysis by mentioning the Warriors' good ball movement. Golden State had 19 assists in the first half versus Denver, and Barkley proceeded to tell the world how he really feels about the Warriors. "Yeah, they're a fun little team to watch," Barkley said. "When they're making threes they're tough to beat, but I don't believe in the Warriors, but they're cute, they're fun to watch." Barkley was then pressed by fellow TNT analyst Kenny Smith as to what makes him a non-believer. "I just don't think they have enough talent," Barkley continued. "They got a bunch of Jags, just another guy. They got Steph Curry and a bunch of Jags, just guys, just a guy, and they don't have enough star power." As if on cue, Golden State then went out and on the heels of a strong first half proceeded to blow an 11-point lead in the final 6 minutes of regulation to lose its 5th straight game. Despite the recent skid, the Warriors still maintain a strong 12-8 record, good for 7th place in the Western Conference. De'Aaron Fox calls Luka Doncic and Draymond Green the biggest complainers in the NBA. Complaining has become a part of the NBA game as most stars around the league try to maximize the foul calls they get, even though it's become commonplace in the NBA. Specific players go above and beyond, and how often they complain to referees about missed calls. Sacramento Kings guard De'Aaron Fox was asked about the biggest complainers in the NBA and quickly coughed up the names of Dallas Mavericks guard Luka Doncic and Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green. Luka's up there like Draymond will clothesline you and look at the ref like what I do. I think a lot of guys definitely have it. Sometimes it's warranted. Raying is god awful at times. I never want to be like they shouldn't get it because a lot of times they should. Fox went on to describe one incident of Luka's complaining habits on a play where the Mavs guard fouled Fox and got angry at the referees for calling it. I was like, bro, you clearly fouled me. That's why Malik Monk is sitting there and laughing too. It was like, bro, you smacked my whole arm. What are you complaining about? Fox didn't say anything rudely or dragged Doncic or Green down, but it seems he just genuinely shared his opinion. Luka doesn't have any ground to contest such a sentiment, with most fans around the league also believing Doncic complains to referees a lot. It's a bad habit that's even been called out by Mavericks coaches and is something he's actively tried to correct this season. That must be hard, as Doncic was in the middle of a slump before a week-long injury break, averaging 28.6 points, 7.6 rebounds and 8.0 assists on 6.4 free throw attempts a game, much lower than the frequency he got to the line last year with. While that's also a result of Luka's lower usage and more perimeter-oriented play style, Luka hasn't been able to get whistles like he has in He last 2 seasons. Green hasn't had any controversial moments with officials so far this season, but was suspended twice last season for poor conduct on the court. The fact that Fox named Green and Luka for this list when they've been 2 of the players with the most technical fouls called against them in the last 2 seasons is also ironic. Fox is averaging 27.5 points, 5.0 rebounds and 5.9 assists this season, going to the line for 6.8 free throw attempts per game. He might benefit from complaining and putting pressure on the referees himself, given his slashing style of play and aggressive finishes at the rim. Whining to the referees might not get you more fans, but it likely will get you easier scoring opportunities at the free throw line. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of De'Aaron Fox? Leave your opinion in the comments.